to the Biscuits and Blurays podcast, where we watch Blu-rays and the biscuit is voiced by Justin Timberlake for no fucking reason.
Oh, it just gives me the ick.
The host, James and Jade, hello.
Hi.
We have been doing the Shrek movies.
We have.
Shrekathon.
I like that, a Shrekathon.
A Shrekathon. And we've got the best two out of the way.
Oh, we really have, haven't we?
Oh, dear.
It'll never be as good as those two.
Let's talk about Shrek 2 real quick. It is a masterpiece. It is a cinematic masterpiece.
It's the best sequel to ever exist ever.
It is the peak of all cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And we, as a species, have never done anything as good.
This should be studied.
It should be studied. Did you see Shrek 3 in the cinema when it came out?
No.
You didn't?
No.
It was a big deal.
I only saw the first one in the cinema. The others, I think, saw on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Or we rented. I don't know, but I definitely didn't.
Why didn't you see this one?
I think I'd kind of grown out of it a little bit by that point.
Yeah. I don't think I saw this one. I think maybe I did, and then I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shrek 4 I definitely did, because I remember liking it more than this.
Again, Shrek 4 I didn't either.
Okay.
But I didn't like Shrek 4, but we'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there next time. I only see Shrek 4 once. I'm happy for it to change my opinion, but I don't think it will.
Okay. We've got different people in charge of this one. So it's a different director. I think there are different writers for it as well.
Okay.
Can you tell?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is not a good movie.
I don't think it's the worst either, though. I think it just sits very mid for me.
Okay. I'd be interested to know how your ranking of the Shreks would change after we've rewatched the fourth one.
Mm-hmm. I've got a feeling the fifth is going to suck even harder.
Puss in Boots was good, though.
We've always got that.
We've always got Puss in Boots. No, this fucking sucks. I hate this movie so much. And you know what? You said the other week, last week actually, that I watched Shrek. We watched a bit of this on TV, and I think that's maybe where my enjoyment from it came from. Is that I wasn't invested in it. I was just sort of just like, this is on.
Yeah, so we watched this last year with brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And it was just on as a background movie because Shrek 1 and 2 weren't on Netflix at the time. So we had to make do with Shrek 3.
Yeah.
So when I was watching it was like, oh, this is fucking shit. It's nowhere near as good as the second one. But then a few times all three of us were laughing. We're like, oh, that's actually quite funny.
It caught us off guard a bit, didn't it?
But again, it's because it was playing as a background movie.
Yeah. We've just watched it again.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, what a slog.
It doesn't feel like it's a long film though for me.
Yeah, exactly an hour and a half.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a long film for me. But any of the scenes where Justin Timberlake's character's in it, Artie, just feels like it's fucking going on forever. He's such a boring fucking character.
Well, we'll talk about the characters now. Shrek. Actually, no, let's not. Let's do something else. Let's talk about two genre of films I just don't find interesting. You know, films where there's sort of a person and they're like, oh, I've got to do a job or something. And then there's a baby in the mix. And they're like, I have to be a dad now or a mum or something.
Oh, you get like the career-busting individual that's like, I'm going to go and have my career.
Yeah.
And I've got to look after my sister's baby or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Those films, I fucking hate those films.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch them ever.
Name one.
Son of the Mask.
Oh my God, I've never seen that film.
Don't. It's weird that Shrek would go Son of the Mask on it.
It made that choice.
It made that choice.
Shrek is green.
Shrek is life.
Shrek is love.
Other films do it as well, like the Santa Claus films do it.
Okay.
And things like
it's
that.
almost like they get to a certain point in their story that the characters have to have children or have to have that as a plot point.
There's something built in deep inside my DNA where I just don't... And this is just me. Parenting's not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fully on the side of, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You also don't.
Again, I feel like with what I found with trilogies, the first one, the characters tend to fall in love, they might get married.
Yeah.
The second one, if they already haven't got married, they're probably going to.
Uh-huh.
The third one, if the second one hasn't teased children, they tend to have a family.
Right, yeah.
I think they all follow a very particular route a lot of the time.
Okay.
And I just find that kind of boring.
I find it lazy.
Yeah.
Because it's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
The jokes are like, there'll be, I'm going on a walk with a baby. Uh-oh, baby's done doo-doos. Gotta learn how to change a nappy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, baby's done vomited everywhere. Way! What's he gonna do next? It's a baby.
Yeah. I get that parenthood can be challenging, it can be an adventure, it's all of those things.
It's some would say it's rewarding. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not in that camp.
Yeah, you're not one of those people.
No, I just think babies are gross. Full stop.
No, babies are gross.
And also, another genre of films I just think need to stop, and I think have stopped, are high school movies.
Okay, high school movies will never stop because they're cheap to make often. You can use unknown actors and they get watched.
When was the last one?
Disney are always churning out different high school films. Netflix are now churning out different high school films.
I was thinking more. Maybe you remember in like the early 2000s when it was things like Road Trip did it for a little bit, and Van Wilder, American Pie. Mm-hmm. Those sorts of high school dramas.
Yeah.
They stopped. They don't do those anymore.
No, I think American Pie is still lurking somewhere. They keep churning out various sequels.
Oh, straight to DVD sequels.
Straight to DVD. It's very cheap, very lazy. The main cast of Upton left years and years ago.
Yeah.
They all came back for the reunion, which was mid.
Okay.
But they all needed a paycheck. It was nice to have them back.
Sure.
But that was it.
A third one I'm going to throw in the mix. Body swap stuff. Mm-hmm. It only works if it...
If it's a substance.
If it's no, because that's not even a body swap thing. That is technically the same body.
Technically the same body.
Oh, I'm just saying. The change up, the switch.
Well, in this, it's lazy because they don't need it. It doesn't add anything to the plot whatsoever.
Yes, we'll get to it. But those three genres of films are merged into this absolute monstrosity of a Shrek movie.
Interestingly, I think when we get a lot of body swap movies, they tend to merge into high school films. In some way.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's just a merger of genres you hate in general.
It could be. It
all connects.
It all connects, is what you're saying. So, yeah, I just think none of this is interesting. It's not even a natural... it's a natural progression for Shrek and Fiona, because, like you said, we're together, we're married, babies.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen them not go down that route, though, personally. And I remember thinking that even at the time. It's like, you've only just gotten married. You're celebrating your wedding at far away. Mm-hmm. It alludes to the fact that some time has passed with them being there. Eventually, they're going to want to go back to the swamp. But I'd have liked to have seen more of them kicking a bit of ass. I mean, Fiona especially, she starts to turn towards motherhood. Mm-hmm. She's not as interesting a character.
And also...
she loses her sass.
She does lose her sass. She's a bit more like, good morning, Shrek. Whoa. Mm.
But being a mum, I don't think you don't lose your sass.
No, if anything, you get sassier, right?
But it doesn't like show her being emotional or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't play on stereotypes, which is good.
Yes.
But I think from the first film, the second one starts to do it a little bit. We start to lose who Fiona was.
I think we do get that back a little bit in the fourth one, but again, that's not Fiona. That is a multiversal Fiona. We're doing this time. I'm fucking sick of them. I'm so bad. I'm so sad that we're doing that as a Shrek. But hey-ho. Also, villains. No. Also, the opening of Shrek 1, he's in the swamp, and it's a good time. That's a good introduction to that character.
Yeah.
We never ever see Shrek do anything like that ever again in the Shrek franchise. He's never having a good time in the swamp, is what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
So... that's the start of the movie, Shrek 1, he's in the swamp, then he has to do this thing for Farquaad, and we see him return to the swamp, but only to get married at the end. Mm-hmm. Then he's in the swamp for the first 10 minutes of the second one, and they're often far, far away.
But the montage you get beforehand is that his life has changed now. He's having those adventures with Fiona on their honeymoon.
But we never get to see them just settle down and be in the swamp. And that's
be a couple together.
Yeah. And in this one... just when you thought, okay, maybe we might see these two actually get some time together, they separate them.
Yeah, it's like they're both having to do royal duties.
Yeah.
And, we're going to separate them both now.
And are we going to go back to the swamp? Did they get back to maybe like 5 minutes at the end?
And we get that nice little montagey thing again.
Yeah. Just let them swamp.
Just let them be a couple in the swamp, guys.
Yeah. For the meme is like, get out of my swamp and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. What are you doing in my swamp? You're never in your fucking swamp, so why do you give a shit? I'm just...
You're very passionate about this movie, James.
I'm not... it's riled me up, this one.
So one thing I will say that is good about it is the animation has gotten better. We're seeing a progression of the animation throughout these 3 films.
Uh-huh.
And I think people are forgetting this with the 5th one.
What do you mean?
So the trailer for the 5th one we've had a teaser.
Yes.
People are hating it.
People aren't vibing with it.
No, but you're forgetting, again, if you watch these in order, you start to see how the animation is getting better and getting smoother and cleaner throughout each movie.
Yeah.
However, what they've clearly ended with on the 5th one feels so completely far away from the first. I think that people just don't recognise their Shrek in those characters.
Yeah, I agree. But then also we're doing the teenage stuff because Zendaya's in it as his daughter.
Yay!
And then so we're gonna get loads of like, oh, Dad, you're so not cool. But we do that in this.
I feel like that's the teen stuff in every movie.
I don't want to see what's the name, the character's name, Zendaya. I don't want to see Zendaya as an ogre going like scrolling TikTok, which I imagine they'll do. They'll make a joke about TikTok and it'll be the fucking like clock.
Ye olde
there'll be something, ye olde Vine or something, and all those fucking millennials are going to be like, that was funny. Probably, I don't know. However, I think they're going for a more Puss in Boots vibe, which I like the animation for Puss in Boots. So. Rough and the smooth. But you're right, the animation in this one is good.
Yeah.
You know what's not good? Fucking soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack has taken a massive nosedive from the first 2. There's not one... Actually, no, there's one memorable song in this.
But even that's not used a lot.
What song is it?
It's the one that Snow White does.
Barracuda.
Yeah, but that's Barracuda.
Yeah.
But it starts off with the immigrant song. Led Zeppelin. So, like, why do that and then not do that?
Maybe it would have been too hard.
I think it's to do... Zeppelin don't like to give that song out. I don't know if you've seen the School of Rock bonus features.
No.
Jack Black and a big crowd of people were like, let us use that song in the movie because we need it. It's important to rock and roll. And Led Zeppelin went, okay. Now it's in everything. Now it's in every Thor movie.
Yeah.
But I think they like that. I think that song is expensive, and I think because that is expensive, the soundtrack's not as good.
Did we need it though?
No, that is the best joke in the movie though.
Yeah, that's a good. I like the Snow White voice that they give her.
Yeah, because she's doing because they make her sound like a 1930s recording of it.
Yeah, which is fabulous.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, fuck you, Disney. That's your first one. Yeah. Oh, we're going to see the remake soon, aren't we?
Yeah,
God damn it. Ugh. And also, what's not good about this one is the villain.
I have a soft spot for Charming.
Oh my god.
But I think we discussed it while I was watching it. You've got Farquaad in the first one.
Banger.
You know who he is.
Yeah.
And what he's about.
Banger, yeah.
He's a bit of a sleaze. He's a bit grim.
It's lovable though.
But it's a dictator. But he has quite a lot of good back and forths with like the gingerbread man and stuff like that. They're quite memorable.
Yeah, you love to hate him.
Yeah, the fairy godmother's an absolute fucking force of nature. She's fabulous.
Jennifer Saunders, take a bow.
Other than Prince Charming being whiny and a mama's boy, he doesn't really have any good back and forths with anybody. He's quite boring, really, which is a shame because I feel like they could have done so much more with him. But they just didn't do it.
But again, it sort of makes sense in the overall story that Charming would then be evil. But he's never evil. His plan is to go, oh, okay, I'm gonna let's have our own happy ending, and he can do that. And
well, it is evil because he's wanting to kill Shrek.
Yeah, but he does it by way of musical theatre, which like. People don't love musical theatre. Musical theatre is not threatening.
No, he's a show-off. He wants everyone to look at him. It's all about the attention for him, because his mum gave him all the attention. Yeah.
So, I just can't get on board with this villain at all. Rupert Everett's trying.
Yeah, he's really trying with what he's got. Again, I don't feel like the writers did what they needed to do with him. I feel like you could have made him better.
It made you laugh. You know when he's doing the musical theatre stuff at the end and he really holds that long note? Rupert Everett's a good singer, right?
It's alright.
It's difficult, and he's singing it out of tune here and stuff like that. That's talent. That's talent.
Yeah.
However, None of that lands. None of those jokes land.
I like what Shrek says back to him, though.
Yeah, but that is very simple.
It is, but it's the kind of it's the simple jokes we had in the first one. It was the kind of quick one-liners that he had.
Yeah.
The very sarcastic comments.
I want to talk about Mike Myers a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't often do that on this podcast. It's the Mike Myers Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show. I don't think he's invested anymore.
But I think that's a lot of bits to do with the writing. They've taken a lot of the kind of... we've got some comedy in there, but as soon as they start adding in the father storyline and we get Artie's character put in there, they're pushing the dad narrative quite a lot.
Okay.
And the whole idea of family and stuff like that. And none of that is jokey or funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think they try because they keep pushing the Merlin stuff onto us, which doesn't really land.
Yeah.
And because all that's happening as well, Puss and Donkey are taking a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose that comedy as well. So it's a shame that this one, it loses so much of what made the other two so good.
I don't recognise this as Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek is funny, Shrek is lively.
Shrek is love.
Shrek is love, Shrek is life. It's witty. It's
Chris
a bit
witty.
It's Chris Witty. Yeah.
Next slide, please.
It's tongue in cheek. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
This film is not fun.
No, it's not really. It tries to be, but it never quite hits.
But also, it's not funny.
There's bits in this I like the odd jokes make me giggle.
Okay, you liked it when Donkey did the Puss in Boots soppy eyes, right?
That was good. That was. I like the what was it? Where when they do change bodies, and obviously Puss in Boots and Donkey are very different in how they are.
Yeah.
And what's he? Donkey says in Puss's body. He goes, "Oh, I feel all exposed and nasty," because he's only got his boots on. I thought that was quite funny.
But that doesn't work. Donkey's naked all the time.
I know, but it's just the fact that he's just got his boots on. It must be how Donald. Yeah, if I was put into Donald Duck's body,
you'd be like, "Where are my trousers?"
Yeah, that's how I would feel.
Okay.
It's like, well, have I just got a cheeky little hat on and a little crop top? I need some underwear, man.
There's one joke that really pissed me off in this, and I think it reflects. It's a good metaphor for the rest of the jokes in it. Mm-hmm. There's a scene where Shrek's about to go into the opera thing at the end, and he's chained up, and there's a guy. There's a Cyclops, and he's like, "Oh, putting the chains on him or something," and Shrek's like, "Oh, well, what are you doing?" And the Cyclops goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's bring your daughter to work day," and then like. Me and you, and any person with a brain are ahead of that joke.
Yeah.
To go, okay, we're going to see that kid. It's going to have one eye, and then Shrek is going to say, "She has your eye." Mm-hmm. But these are Hollywood writers. Mm-hmm. That's not good enough.
The joke that's always given me the ick about this film, always from the moment I saw it, was the Julie Andrews one.
Oh, okay.
When they're in the dungeon scene, the princesses, they're all initially just waiting to be rescued. It alludes again to the fact they've been there for some time. They've been in there for at least an hour.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, probably longer.
Donkey and Puss in Boots join them.
Mm-hmm. The main princesses that we know and love, the likes of Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, they don't really know anything else other than waiting for a prince to come and rescue them, so that's what they try to do.
That's not a bad gag.
Which is quite good, because assume the position and you expect them to do the montage they do a few scenes later.
Yeah.
But they don't, they're like, we're waiting to be rescued, which is quite good.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Julie Andrews' character's like, "Step aside, ladies," and she just headbutts a fucking brick wall. Twice.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they have their character act all dizzy. She starts humming favourite things.
She's humming Spoonful of Sugar, yeah.
No, she's not.
It's Spoonful of Sugar.
It's favourite things.
I'm pretty sure it's Spoonful.
No, you said Spoonful as she was singing the completely different song.
I'm sure it was Spoonful.
She was going da 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 da. It's favourite things.
Okay. I'll do a fact check on that.
Fact check it right now, bitch.
I'm gonna.
Find the scene. Find that scene right now.
I'm gonna find the scene.
I'm gonna find that scene.
I don't want to Google Julie Andrews headbutts wall because I'm scared that I might actually.
I know. I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay.
Please don't let me be wrong.
Oh wait. Okay. After Queen Lillian bashes through the prison walls with her head in order to free herself, she briefly hums Spoonful of Sugar from Mary Poppins, then segues into My Favourite Things.
Oh, so we're both right.
Both right.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like it. I was right. She sings mine first.
Shut up, you're still wrong. But no, I always found that really weird. It was like, I don't know why.
Why would you wait until then?
But even then, I never found that funny or delightful. Maybe, I don't know why, because I love Julie Andrews. But it's like, she's done nothing in the second film. She's done nothing in this film. It's just like we're proving we've got this amazing actress to do this voice.
We had John Cleese at a point. 5 Goes West Zone.
Oh.
And then his character dies, and it takes forever for him to die. Like, is that funny? That's not funny.
Not really.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, like when the likes of Deadpool and stuff did it, obviously it's much later. I didn't find that funny either.
It goes on too long.
Mm-hmm.
That's people not knowing when to say cut, I think.
Yeah, I've never found that gag funny. I sound like a right moany cow in this, but it's just not. It's
not funny. But then they play Live and Let Die. Why are they playing that song?
I don't know. I feel like they could have done something to...
Did he have a lifestyle that would reflect a Live and Let Die?
But the problem is when you start singing Live and Let Die, I'm expecting the da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-dun,
yeah.
And then Margaret Qualley comes running in.
Because of her performance at the Oscars, yeah.
What a queen.
Oh, she is. It just makes no sense. The song choices just really pissed me off. Not as much as fucking Justin Timberlake. Right.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I have no qualms that Justin Timberlake has talent.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't here, and it ain't showing it off.
No.
He was in The Social Network. He's good in that.
I've not seen it.
He's okay. Holds his own in that one a bit. But he plays a Justin Timberlake sort of character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a stretch. But when you've got the likes of Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy and Antonio Banderas, Cameron Diaz is playing it down a bit. Mm-hmm. John Cleese is bringing it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Eric Idle's trying his best. We'll talk about him in a sec. But those heavyweights of acting, everyone's trying.
Yeah.
You can't just read it.
Yeah.
You've got to bring something. Mm-hmm. I get that. What's his name? Artie? King Arthur.
Yeah.
His character's not given the best dialogue to work with.
No, he's quite a boring...
He's a dweeb.
Boring character, yeah.
Yeah. But someone could make that work.
Yeah, and it wasn't Justin. He was really miscast in this role.
Why was he cast in this?
I don't know.
Because of the joke of in the second one? You know, it was Sir Justin on the...
Maybe. But when did the Trolls movies, when did they start?
Way after.
I've not seen those either.
No, me neither. But he sings in that one, so that's,
But he doesn't even sing in this, guys.
But Artie has nothing to do apart from...
Give a couple of really boring speeches and be an angsty teen.
That's it. So, what are we doing?
He adds nothing really to it. I mean, the only thing he's really here to do is that speech at the end about being a villain.
Yeah.
And you don't have to... Just because it's been wrote this way, you can change the narrative. At any point, the power's in your hands.
Yeah.
You're the only one stood in your own way. That's important.
That's a good...
Not just in fairy tale stories, but in general, in life.
Yeah.
But that's it. But any other character could have done it.
Yes.
I know they clearly needed another... Because they were going with the John Cleese storyline where they're going to write him out. Mm-hmm. They needed another king and queen. But I don't know why they even needed all of this.
Mm-hmm.
To begin with. I think, all of it's just so lazy.
And, I get that they're pushing this narrative for Shrek and moulding Shrek into this dad figure. Because he's going to be a father. But also, Justin Timberlake's character is not a child. He's a teenager who should know better.
Yeah.
And also, if he is a teenager, cast a teenager. Mm-hmm. This is clearly 35-year-old Justin Timberlake. Yeah. So what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, or again, cast someone who can act that role.
Yeah, exactly. Zac Efron could have done it.
Oh, Zac Efron would have been such a better...
Zac Efron would have been.
Such a better casting.
Such a good shout. But, you see what I mean? I just think that so many just wrong choices are being picked for the third Shrek movie.
Yeah, which is a shame. And again, we're also adding in some more characters that we don't need and it becomes convoluted. That's why the fourth one for me feels feels that way.
It's a bit messy.
Because it brings in a whole load of new characters that I just didn't want or need, because I feel like Shrek already has a lot of great characters. So the one thing you do keep needing is a good villain, which that one will deliver.
The fourth one's pretty good, yeah.
But like I said, this one's, I'm sorry, it really does fall short.
What is Eric Idle up to?
He's having a good time.
He's in a world of his own. He's in a different movie. He's in a Monty Python's Shrek.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I like Eric Idle. It's weird to me that we have two of the Pythons here.
No, it's totally correct. Get them all.
Get them all in.
All of them in there.
One of them died.
Get them all in there.
Okay, cool. How many is left? 4? 4 of them left?
You're a bit more up to date with your Python stuff.
Palin's alive. Cleese is alive. Eric Idle's alive.
Because every now and again you go through your flying circus phase.
Honestly, I'm not far away from it at the minute.
I can tell that you're very close again.
So, I think Terry Jones passed away not long ago. So it's Graham Chapman, Terry Jones have gone. So we've got 4 left. Eric like I said, Eric Idle's doing his best. But this character's annoying. Get out of the way. And I know we need someone to get them from A to B. So why do we keep writing out that fucking dragon?
Yeah, this is your problem here. As soon as you've got dragon and donkey together, and then this one they decide to bring in the dragon donkey babies.
Dronky?
Dronkies?
Yeah, sure.
They just don't have her doing anything. But to be fair, when you see the first one, she didn't give a fuck who she was burning up.
She killed she's got a body count.
She does. She had a cookbook.
Yeah.
So with all the bodies, so people are forgetting this. You can't tell me that she wouldn't. When in the kind of in the third act, when all the guards are around her, she'd have fucked all them up.
Absolutely.
Obviously, they can't go full House of the Dragon on it. It is a kids' film.
They could have done.
But I feel like as soon as she got with Donkey, and then when they decided to include the dragon babies in this, which were not needed, again, I think it was a whole push at the whole fatherhood, the father narrative.
Stuff, yeah.
They didn't know how to write that character in.
I agree, but also,
so instead we get weird fucking Merlin who can't wear a. Why does this dress have to be that short?
Yeah.
That was such a random.
Let me tell you a fun story. A fun story about sandals and socks. Merlin in this wears sandals and socks. When it rocks up, I was like, this reminds me of something. This isn't Shrek related. I just think it's funny. My dad is a big The Who fan, and has been since he was a kid. Grew up with them, and we got to see them. We got tickets. We won tickets out of the newspaper to go see The Who, and we went to see it. And he was like, "Cool, The Who." They were so rock and roll. They were really cool. And we bought a programme when we went, me and my dad, and we opened it up. I opened it up in the middle, so it was this big spread of Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey. And on it, Roger Daltrey was wearing sandals and socks. And my dad, I think he went pale, and he just went, "Oh no," like this. And I was just like, oh, at this point, my dad's just realised rock and roll is dead. Fun story?
So what you're trying to tell me is that your dad is Merlin?
Yes.
Hey!
Puss and Donkey swapping bodies is fun for nothing.
Yeah, I don't know why that was done, to be honest. Again, because when it happens, it's when Artie, Shrek, Puss and Donkey have arrived back in Far, Far Away, so Artie can be the heir. And they're met with the ambush.
Yes.
We then get the Fiona stuff with the princesses, so them being in the incorrect bodies adds nothing at all to this whatsoever. So why do it?
Why? Fun.
It's just weird.
And what a way to write out Pinocchio, Gingerbread Man, and the Three Little Pigs and whatnot.
I mean, even though they didn't spend a lot of time with those. We don't spend a lot of time with those characters in the second one, but the time we do get with them, they're great.
They make an impact.
Yeah.
But here they're just there for nothing again. There's characters we know. And at this point, you know when your life flashes before your eyes and you just recognise faces of people you see? That is this. That is Shrek the Third.
Yeah.
I think if Shrek died, he'd just have all these flashes of all these faces, all these friends he met along the way.
Hey, I will. It'll just be of all the Shrek characters.
But just Shrek 1 is great. Shrek 2 is gold. We've had the opening with the start and the montage with the marriage and stuff like this, and then it's Far, Far Away, and we get Funky Town. We get to meet Puss in Boots, and then there's all the stuff with the fairy godmother, and then there's the body swaps thing. I'm holding out for a hero, and then there's just everything going for it in Shrek 2. And then this is just a fucking waste of time.
Why did I feel like I was getting a producer's Max Bialystock?
I just thought it's important that
you just literally walked us through the entire second film.
It's important that the second one had so much, and it was so exciting and so like fun. This is just muted. This is just watered down Shrek. And Shrek should never be watered down.
No, even Far, Far Away. Even though when we're met with the opening of Far, Far Away, it's where the king's died, so they're all in mourning. It loses some of its magic a little bit. Like when we're first introduced to it in the second film, you've got like the horse and carriage limousines and like all the Hollywood boards and stuff like that, which I thought was great.
Yeah,
you lose it with this, which is a shame. That's the thing. They set so much world building up. Just to go, well, it's lazy. It's just in the background now.
Yeah.
Instead, they put more work into the college or / uni.
Which
they put like lots of little different background bits and pieces in there.
If you want a better university drama, Monsters University did it better.
Oh, they really did.
They really did.
I love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, everyone. James bought a Letterman jacket.
I did.
At Disneyland Paris.
But the varsity jacket that Sully wears.
Oh, you look fabulous in it.
Thank you. This is not a good Shrek movie. This sits at 58 Metascore, 6.1. Not sure how Rotten Tomatoes. I don't trust it. But this is what I mean. Shrek 1 is 84. Shrek 2 is 75. So a bit of a drop, but not much. And then just straight down to 58. I don't understand how the same studio can put this out. It feels like Cars 2.
I'm lucky to have never seen that movie.
I don't love Cars 2. I don't love Cars in general. But Cars sits on its own. And then Cars 2 makes that look like fucking How to Train Your Dragon. I'm just like, we have all this time with these secondary characters and it's just a nothing movie. That's what this is. Yeah,
I feel like they had an idea of what they wanted to do. And the execution with some of the detail, like, for example, at the university, is done well. It's just, it just had so much more potential that it just didn't do, which is such a shame. But I don't hate it as much as you do. I still found bits to enjoy in this. I still liked some of the jokes.
Yeah.
They're not as good, but I still liked them. I don't find that it's a long film. Like, it doesn't feel so much a slog for me to get through it. There's bits of it that are slow. Like, all the Merlin stuff's a bit more difficult to get through.
Yeah.
For me, it sits very mid.
Okay.
Which matches, to be fair, the score it's had.
Okay. Do you think this is better than Space Jam?
No.
Okay, good. Right, good. I think this is bad, and I forgot how bad it was. I don't remember ever liking it though.
No, you gave it 1.5 on a.
I've given it 1.5 on Letterboxd. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. There's talent here though, even in the secondary characters. Justin Timberlake aside, Eric Idle, Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph's in this, Rupert Everett's in this. Like, give him something to do. Fucking Julie Andrews has got the easiest paycheck in this movie. She had more to do in Aquaman. Am I wrong?
Sorry, I'm just reminded of John Cleese's joke then. Someone had better be dying.
I'm dying. That's the only time this forgot a chuckle out of me. Maybe that's the half.
Oh no, I liked Captain Hook waving his hook in the air because he was all angry, and then it got stuck in the tree, and the tree ran off.
But even Captain Hook, that's Ian McShane.
They've got some pretty good celebrity voices in this.
Yeah, Krasinski's in this. Maybe they
shouldn't have spent all their money getting all these celebrities to do this voiceover work.
Yeah.
Maybe pay your writers better.
Well, maybe that's where the money went. It went on the on-screen
Maybe
talent.
that'll become a problem in the future.
What do you know that I don't?
It's not like that ever came back.
I don't know how Shrek 4 is going to fare now. I think you're going to like it more than this.
I don't know. I never have.
There's stuff to like in it. There's what was the little guy? The little guy in this who was like the babysitter. What did he say?
Where's the baby?
Where's the baby? That was okay. That sort of comes back in the fourth one.
Oh, with the do the rock.
That's that guy. Like I said, that out of me. But this fucking sucks. I do not like this movie. Bad times. This is the end of our season. And this is we've got one more Shrek after this. How are you feeling?
I feel like we should go, fuck it, let's end it with the musical.
Or, get this, we do Shrek Ever After, then we do Puss in Boots, then we do Puss in Boots The Last Wish.
I didn't like The Last Wish as much as you did, though. That's the thing.
Oh, what? The same studio that made Puss in Boots The Last Wish have made Shrek the Third. And do you think this film taints the Shrek name?
No.
I think it does.
No, because I think because the first two are so popular, I don't think it does. I think people still love those characters.
Okay. I don't know. I've got a really bad taste in my mouth.
And then I think Shrek 4, I remember it doing quite well. People liked it, thought it was fresh and it was different. And that brought it back up a little bit again for people. Although this movie does have quite a popular meme.
It's the when he's on the... you think he's been stabbed and then it's the...
He does the sly little look.
Just a little look.
That's the look I give you when you're like, do you want something bringing up from downstairs? I'm like, give me a sweet treat. That's the same look I give
It's
you.
exactly the same look.
I did that same look to you tonight. Do you want anything from downstairs? Ben and Jerry's.
You always ask me once I've come back up from downstairs.
I never know what I really want until you're back upstairs and you've got something though. You're in your Waterboy era.
I don't like it.
Phil my Stanley.
What's that from?
I don't know.
What's that from? Phil my Stanley.
Stanley come.
Oh.
Phil my Stanley.
Yeah, this isn't about the Space Jam. Sorry, guys. My God. Shrek 3. Shrek the Third.
I'm not clapping that. No.
That was a good joke. It was funny than anything in this fucking movie. Sorry, guys.
It's some weed ran across him.
Sorry, guys, that you've had to sit through Shrek 3 with us.
Yeah.
I'd like to think people... Actually, no, I don't. I don't think we've ever influenced what people watch.
No. Actually, no, that's a lie. One of my, a relative of mine watched Wonka because she listened to the podcast first. She was like, I had to watch Wonka afterwards. Then I listened to it again afterwards to see what you thought.
But yeah, Shrek 3. Bad movie. Not the worst Eddie Murphy movie.
No.
No, it's not even the worst Mike Myers one, is it?
It's not the worst for any of these people, really. There's worse out there.
And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's why I think this is mid. It's not the worst.
No, it's pretty...
Because that's a sentence. It's not the worst. Five Goes West.
You think Five Goes West is worse than this?
They're both crap, James.
Rank them, please.
They're both shit, James.
But which one's better?
Neither of them are any good. They're both the same. They're both crap, James. The one thing that makes Five Goes West bearable is that fucking spider.
We know the flying.
It's so fucking cool.
John Cleese is in both of those movies.
As you keep saying, I need to go now.
Thanks for listening to Shrek the Third. I said it again.
Oh, I'm not clapping that.
Okay. See you next week for Shrek Forever After Ever.
Ever After.
Forever and ever. Always Shrek. Shrekin for life.
Together forever. A bit Rick Astley.
Do I have to put that on the...
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I will. Okay, see you next week.